Hi, everybody. Welcome in. It's Thursday night. Happy everybody's here. We're going to get going, of course, here soon. Let some folks still kind of trickle in. But welcome, welcome. Happy y'all are here. Let's adjust a little bit. There we go. Warming up myself with some Old Forester Signature because I'm going to be doing the Old Forester Rye later for a review, which I thought, why the heck not? Just came out. Here's the bottle. Found it today. Pretty easy too. What? Got lots of good stuff coming. Lots of good drinking. So, Adam, Eric, Big Feets, Swan, Brian, Matt, everybody who's in here, welcome. I'm happy you guys are here. Hello, Brandon. Joe Green's in here as well. What's everybody drinking? What have you started out with? Hello, Charles. Yeah, this Old Forester 100 isn't too bad. It's a pretty mild sipper, I would say. Nothing terribly out there about it. I don't know. Jason, hello. So Matt, as you guys know, this is going to be a Whiskey Mail episode. Matt, to answer your question, I'm only doing one of the samples tonight. I will be doing the rest of them on its own live stream. So that'll be in the future, probably a couple weeks from now. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm just doing the one bourbon that you sent me, not all the other stuff. So anyway, Whiskey Mail time. So some of you guys have been incredibly kind recently to send me some dadgum samples in the mail. I am just floored by that. Brian Brennicky, of course, who is in here. Matt, Whiskey Crusader, and then Eric Black as well. You guys are all awesome. I really do appreciate you all. I'm going to start, and actually Brian and his wife, Tammy, sent me these samples. And I am, yes, Christian, well, maybe. This first sample is a Weller 107 store pick from Cap and Cork in Fort Wayne. So I know nothing about this. Oh, look, it's even got a little stopper on it. What? That's cute. You know why it has the stopper on it? To keep it from pouring out. And that's actually not the stopper. That's the top of the it's the top of the bottle cap. Off to a good start here. Anyway, here's this Weller 107 pick. Gee whiz. So let's talk too about what's going on right now. What's been going on with the show? An episode dropped yesterday between me and Curtis and Swan, where we talked about some small batch whiskeys, and we reviewed Booker's 2018-04. And if you haven't checked that out, definitely go do that. Of course, it was a really good conversation. We had a good time with it. Let's see what else. Tickets are still on sale for the live show if you haven't gotten them yet. If you're going to be in or around Louisville on April 6th. And then, of course, we are going to be having the first official meetup of our listeners the night before on April 6th. Penny shows up to do your show. I'm coming over. I am so happy that you guys are going to be coming. Adam, I will be getting Curtis on a live stream sometime soon. That is going to happen. I talked to him about it recently, and he said, yeah, he would be down. So this is a Weller 107 Cap and Cork pick. And it's got a really interesting nose. It's kind of almost dusty. Kind of a dusty funk to it. Interesting. A little bit of fruitiness. Yeah, round table would be awesome. I'm actually trying to do like a round table. Excuse me. Trying to do a round table with some other podcasters, not necessarily in the same way that Bourbon Pursuit does, but to some varying degrees. degrees. We'll have some folks on. So just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, I want to check this out in a bad way. Wow. This is really good. Even for a wheater, it's still got some spiciness to it, which is really interesting. Let's see what else on there. Some green apple, some caramel, a little bit. Hey, sorry that it's kind of choppy, everybody. I don't know why. If I change networks, then I'm gonna lose the stream. So I'm very sorry, y'all. Spam on Instagram. Sorry. This is really good. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Brian. The nose, still has that kind of like funkiness to it. But the palate's really kind of something different from what I normally get with OWA. It's got a very forward cherry note to it too that is really quite interesting. Maybe kind of cherry cordially to a degree. It's a very sweet version of OWA, I would say. Is that infringing on Chad and Sarah? Maybe a little bit. Swan agrees. It's funny. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. That's good. That's really good. All right. So far on Whiskey Mail, we are 1 for 1. Oh, by the way, speaking of Chad and Sarah and live streams and everything, I know most of you here already watch their streams on Sunday, but you definitely need to tune in because I'll be there. I will be moderating from the wings, and I think I might actually be showing up a little bit too, depending on what they want. Brian, yes, you did send that to Chad as well. Hi, Dad. Brian, thank you. Very, very good. Oh, man. Okay, so the next two rather, and Brian also sent me another one of these. But I am going to go with Eric Black's samples that he sent me, which are Pursuit Series 1 and 2. And I'm actually going to do these side by side because I'm curious to find out what they are actually like when you compare them to one another. Everybody's saying hi to Dad. Yes. Did they really, Jason? I hate to see that. I hated to miss it last week, but I unfortunately was not able to make it. And but yeah, I will be there on Sunday in living color. So maybe eventually I'll get this tape off here too. Here comes the dickle. Yep. I'm Eric. I'm doing both of these side by side. Excuse me. So I'll do a little bit of the 2 and a little bit of the 1. So yeah. Oh, Brian's drinking some Kentucky Owl. What? Stepping up your game, man. So I'm curious if anybody has listened to, so the newest podcast that came out of the Made South Network is called Southerner, and Chris Thomas is the host of it. And his first episode he interviewed Dixon on. And I don't know if anybody has listened to that yet or not, but it is fantastic. And it's a really good interview with him. I mean, it's not as good as mine, but oh, yes. Yes. Who said mean things about? That's awful. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, Dad and I are doing a Kentucky Owl episode soon as well. But yeah, hasn't shown up on Google yet. Yeah. Louis, how'd you like it? Did you like the Southerner podcast? Because I thought it was good. But Chris, he's a good interviewer. I'm excited to see where the rest of this show goes. So for anybody who's keeping along at home, on my left will be Pursuit Series 1. On my right will be Pursuit Series 2. So for anybody who doesn't know what Pursuit Series is, this is the bourbon the series of bourbons that was put out by Kenny and Ryan from the Bourbon Pursuit podcast. And it's sourced, of course, I've not tried this yet. But yeah. Hi, Jason. What's going on, man? Yeah, I thought it was good as well. We are definitely going to the Beaumont Inn sometime. Yeah, Smash and Drum is here. Everybody go check him out. Like, comment, subscribe on his channel as well. So, okay. Pursuit Series 1. Interesting. Is there such a thing as a caramel brittle? Is that possible? Because it smells like a peanut brittle, but also caramel. Corn? Yeah. Yeah, I get that a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Mouth feels pretty good. Hey, that's really flavorful. Dang, that's awesome. Pleasantly surprised by that. Kind of candy corny. Yeah, I could see that. Creaky Squad. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. I don't want to see any opinions about like 1 versus 2 just yet, because I want to try 2 next to it, but I also want to try 1 again. Yeah, man. That's some good stuff. Kudos to them. Glad to see the Creaky Squad going. Brian said, Kenny and I discussed this on a barrel pick at Barton in August, and I'm happy to say that I kept it secret until they announced it. Wow, that's awesome. Look at you. All right. Pursuit Series 2. The nose is almost kind of turkey-esque, I would say. Yeah, Swan, that's a good point. Not so much turkey. I take that back. I don't know. I can't really tell what that is on the nose there. What are the proofs on these, by the way? So the first one was 103. Or no, excuse me. 59%. So 118. And the second is 120. Interesting. Okay. Pickle. Yeah. Somebody was saying recently that they get, was it you, Eric, that said they got like a pickle nose, off of George Dickel products? I don't know. Wow. That one comes in hot. Whew. I don't normally do that either with high proof bourbons. Yeah, Adam, I actually kind of feel that too. Hi, Jim Shannon. Welcome into the chat, buddy. Long time no see. Yeah, you and Zeke both said that. That's right. I remember that now. I don't know, y'all. Series 2, I'm not as big of a fan of. Yeah, the Flintstones vitamins are definitely in there. Flintstones and I don't know. The color difference too. 2, I mean, 2 may be higher proof, of course, but it's so much darker. Woof. Okay. My winner, I think, is Pursuit Series 1. Swan, I want to try the Saffel release. Yeah, 1's really solid. Really, really solid. I dig that. Two is not so much. Not so much. That's okay. I'm doing I guess I'll do a little suicide blend of the 2. But yeah. So what's everybody been getting up to this week? I started a new job on Monday, so I'm a little tired. My first full-time job. How about that? More bourbon money, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing some cool design work. I can't talk about it too much, unfortunately. But yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, graphic design. Adam. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. But all right, Dad's out. Bye, Dad. Yeah. So let's see what else I can get into. I'm going to be jumping back down in proof just a little bit. But this is another sample that Brian and Tammy sent me. And this is a Bellmead 12-year pick from Indiana as well. Yeah, I'm all grown up. It's crazy. Joe, I will definitely do that later. Brandon asked, where am I working? It's at a place called Upper Right Marketing. That's all I can say. If you're curious about the company, go check it out. But I unfortunately cannot speak too much about it on the podcast or social media or the like. So that is that, unfortunately. Okay, so this Bell Mead pick, I'm actually going to clean out one of my Glencairns. I'm saving one of my Glencairns for, excuse me, my review. But give me just a second. Money jobs are good. Something I've been trying to convince my sons of. Do I have any Boone County compared to that Bell Mead? Yes, I do. Actually, the only problem is that I'd be jumping down quite a bit in proof. See, Monica, this is the new version of Within Reach. Yes, both MGP. Yes. Thank you, Big Feats. I appreciate it. I love me some Boone County. But Joe, I will definitely do that. Yeah, I have a little bit of my Boone County left. I split it with Chad. And just so everybody knows, yes, it is Boone County. I'm not just pulling out a Buffalo Trace bottle. Excuse me. Who's making you feel old? Jason, I was thinking of calling it Old Blue. Because it's my boy. It's my boy Blue. Boone County's raising the prices. That sucks. Unsurprising, but that does suck. Okay, so a little bit of that there Bell Mead pick. Where'd my cap go? There it is. And yeah, I'll pour a little bit of the Boone County to compare as well. I mean, I may as well. Why the heck not? The water down there, though. This is the 12-year Boone County that I'm about to pour. Not available in Tennessee yet. Oh, that sucks. Adam, next time you drive up to Lexington, freaking let me know, man. We'll do something. Yeah. I'm glad you all think it's perfect. Yes. It's my boy Blue. Okay. I'll pour a little bit of the Boone County to compare. And I need to let you know, too, what the proof is on this Bell Mead. It's 101.3. I thought it was 103 for some reason. Yeah, let's see. What else? 175 for a 13 year. That's insane. Adam. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. I know why you're coming. Okay. Has anybody tried the neat glass? No, I've not tried it. No, it's not barrel strength Boone County. It's the 12-year 90 point. Is it 4? Whatever it is, 90.4. That proof. I mean, come on. That nose is just beautiful. Oh yeah, they are doing that. The honey release. I love me some Boone County. Love it. Good stuff. You know, the Bell Mead's actually very similar. It's almost exactly the same. Man, it's almost exactly the same. If I had barrel strength BC yet? No, not yet. I have not. I imagine it's probably pretty similar to Bell Mead cask, though, which I freaking love. I've got another bottle of it up there somewhere. There it is. Yep. Everyone ever do the Bourbon Affair events in June? No, I've not done that. I would like to. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing there, Adam. So let's find out. They're extremely similar in profile. The only difference is that I think that the higher proof Bell mead is actually providing a little bit more to it. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit more oomph from it on that. Excuse me, was it 12 year? Yeah, it was 12 year. On the 12 year Bell mead pick, getting a little bit more of a kick to it, and a little bit more flavor as well. But overall, they're very similar. There's more of a honey note to the Bell mead as well. When's the next honey release? Saturday. It's on Saturday, Jim. Bourbon is so delicious. Yes. May try to hit the Bell Mead event. I would love to go, but anyone read that article about MGP? Jason, that was from the Bourbon Weekly. That's the Onion of bourbon news, man. The author was Ted Finnick. Come on, buddy. It's not true. It's not true. It was the Bourbon Weekly. I mean, go look at the headline. I'll tweet the headline out later. Yeah, definitely the Bell Mead has more flavor to it, but Big Red Liquors in Indy. Big Red Liquors is doing a good pick, or did a good pick, I guess. Man, that's good stuff right there. I am quite the fan. So, way to go, Big Red Liquors in Indianapolis. I would say the only thing that I'm not crazy about is the nose. I think the nose is a little bit overly floral or a little bit green. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, but again, otherwise, I mean, it's a very good product. Sorry, I'm doing a bunch of hair touches, but it's just that kind of night. It's that kind of night. I don't need water yet. What am I doing? Louis found a honey hole today. Oh. There you go. Yeah, Brian, you probably should. Dang, that's a lot of C918s. I need to get another one. Where's Dustin? Dustin hasn't shown up yet. Anybody checked on Dustin? Christian, go check on Dustin. Make sure he's okay. Haven't seen him yet. Who else isn't here? Trying to think. Yeah, the Black Bell is supposed to be really good, but I will say though, my experience so far with bourbon finished in beer barrels is no bueno. Thank you, Christian. Yes, I know no fairy tonight. I do have work. Christian. Yes, bars on windows does equal a honey hole. I agree with that. Yeah, I'm not doing the Bell Mead Black Bell. Okay, awesome, man. I appreciate it. Eric, thank you for trying to find Dustin. I don't know where he is, but he is missing out on a very good time. I'll say that much. Okay, so I'm going to do this little tiny blend. Good stuff. If it's finished, it's not bourbon. Yeah, the TTB's kind of alluded to that recently too. So sorry, Angel's Envy. Yeah, Swan and I have a pretty good little honey hole that we don't like to talk about too much. That sounded weird. That sounded really strange. But it's on the internet forever now. So Monica, no, it is not my house, but sorry, I'm trying to clear out this glass with some water. Adam. That was weird, Adam. Okay. Eric, by the way, get everybody else. Share that link with everybody in that group. Try to get them in here. So the last sample that I have before I move on to my review is the Old Fitz Bottled and Bond 14 year from Whiskey Crusaders. Friend Matt. No, you can't really see it. There we go. Heard that's where Swan can get all the Elijah Craig 12-year he wants. Thank you, Louie. Oh man, you know who would hate that, Swan? My dogs. My dogs would hate that. So this is the Old Fitz 14-year Bottled and Bond. And I have not had this yet. Matt Whiskey Crusader was very gracious to send this to me. I'm super excited to try it. This is the only one that I've not had yet. And dare I say it, it's nutty. How's the new little mouse? He's sweet. He's a good boy. The only problem is that, hi, Cody. The only problem is that last night at about, 2 a.m., he decided that it was time to play. So he got up and he woke us up, and it was awful. And we were very tired this morning. I looked at my supervisor today, supervisor / head designer, and I said, I don't know when the last time was that I worked a 5-day work week. He goes, was it really getting to you? And I go, yeah, it was this morning, but now I feel great. And then I started to crash a little bit. Now that I'm drinking bourbon, I feel a lot better. Sounds like a child. Yes. Man. Thank you, Eric. Hey, that's a good nose. It's like roast. So if anybody ever comes to Lexington, and anybody who has never come to Lexington, I hope that you get to come sometime, because one of the things that you might get to experience is the smell of Jif peanut butter being made. And I know that this is going to sound like a tangent, but we have a Jif factory here. And every now and then, probably about once or twice a week, you can smell the peanuts roasting and the peanut butter being made. And it's just the most heavenly smell. It's so fantastic. And that is actually what this reminds me of. It's those peanuts roasting for peanut butter. There's the creaminess on there on the nose as well. Some vanilla. Man, this is a great nose. Dang it. I wish I had gotten a bottle of that. Better than the 9-year fall release. So I don't know, because I think that I got a bad sample of the 9-year, or the guy that I got it from messed up. But I don't know. Oh, Monica, I bet that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. It's a great nose. Oh my gosh. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. but it's made with like natural. It's a Reese's peanut butter cup, or just a peanut butter cup made with natural ingredients. Like it tastes like it's real chocolate and like 100% chocolate or whatever, and real peanuts and peanut butter and whatever. I mean, this is, oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh, Jason, I totally agree with you. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Say what you will. You know, we do that thing all the time. We go, yeah, but older whiskey isn't necessarily better. And I think that's true. I mean, New Riff is a really good example of that. Wilderness Trail is a really good example of that. But if a distillery does it right and they find that sweet spot in age and proof, they really do have something special. And do I need a moment in the corner? I might, because this is one of the best things I've had in a while. I'm going to be very honest with you. Wow. Okay. So this might be my next big purchase of whiskey. I don't know. We'll find out. Louisville is good enough distilleries downtown that when the wind blows the right way and the stink moves out. Jason, I like Louisville. What's stinky about it? What's so stinky about Louisville? Let's get that hashtag trending. What's so stinky about Louisville? I'm sorry. This is really good. Man. Dang it. Heaven Hill. Hitting another one out of the park. Man. Just downtown funk. Oh, it's not the Indiana side. Indiana's nice. I like Indiana. For the most part. Man, this is good. Matt, thank you for sending this to me. My goodness. I'm speechless. I'm sorry. It's incredible. Man, I don't want to let it go. I mean, I still have a little bit of the sample left. I have about half of the sample bottle, but I don't want to treasure it. I want to hold on to it. Fine. Okay. Well, fun stuff's over. Now it's time for business. Oh, Louis. That sounds awful. Do you live in Chattanooga? I love Chattanooga, by the way. Gotta make like Elsa and let it go? Is that what you meant? Nah, fair enough. Okay. I just finished up, Eric, the Old Fitz 14-year bottled and bond. Louis, my dad went to Baylor in Chattanooga. So, yeah. Okay. So, business time. Old Forester Rye. New release from Old Forester, 100 proof, non-age stated, of course, but it is straight rye whiskey. Mash bill of 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and 15% corn. Excuse me. So a high rye, high malted barley recipe. Really interesting. I don't know anything about this, honestly. Excuse me. not read reviews, not, tried it, of course. So I am going into this 100% blind. It's too cold to stink in Indiana. Yeah, $23. He doesn't necessarily like Macaulay, but you're hoping I love this. Yeah. I don't think it's going to taste terrible after the Old Fitz. I think that it's going to be different. It's going to be a real shock because nothing I think I've had tonight is this high of malted barley content. I've certainly not had a rye whiskey tonight, so we'll find out. But Old Forester Rye. Very excited about this. Color on it's really nice. You're not getting a perfect example of it, but it is really dark. They claim this one to be cocktail friendly on their website. Yeah, Cody, I saw that from Fred apparently. But otherwise, I don't really know any tasting notes or anything about it. Brian Allred, take it easy, buddy. Cheers. Barley could tip it either way. I agree. Let's get a drink of water real quick, though. Yes, Christian. You are going to get all sorts of messages tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's very dark. I agree with you, Brian. But the thing is, I normally find myself, if I don't necessarily like a bourbon from a distillery, I like their rye a little bit more. So I am hoping that that's what I'm going to find out from this. But also, Old Forester Glencairn. That's the one I was saving. So, well, there's the barley. The nose is really interesting. Huh. Monica, I'll have to go back and try Statesman again. I feel like I must have missed out on something. This definitely smells like a rye whiskey. I will say that much. It has those classic kind of spicier notes to it, but also, the clove is present. Some mintiness as well. But it's almost like it's peppermint. It's very distinctly peppermint. And almost to the point of peppermint ice cream. Old Forester Signature is your jam. Isn't this your jam? Is this Old Forester Signature? Yeah, I think it's your jam. Okay. I thought it was it, Adam. Yeah. Hate is an understatement. All right, fair enough. Look, the nose is really nice. I'll be honest with you. It's extremely pleasant. It's certainly not astringent or off-putting by any means. There's almost a baked goodsy note to it as well that I kind of typically would get with, say, Elijah Craig or something like that. And I think it kind of lends itself towards a Like a cinnamon quality. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Soft sassafras. I don't know what sassafras smells like. Whatever. Grape is your jam. Soft sassafras and marzipan. Tried watching a different channel. They like Statesman and hated Knob Creek Double Rye. Yikes. Light root beer. Don't get the root beer. Okay. I'm going to find out how good this is. So, first sip. Holy moly. Wow, that's good. Man, the legs on it are incredible too. Oh, wow. See, I told you if I don't necessarily like a bourbon from a distillery, I'm more inclined to like their rye. This is one of my favorite Old Forester products. Dang it, this is good. Wow. Monica loves Viv and Tucker. Why are we slandering Monica, by the way? Love getting root beer and bourbon. Yeah. Yes, it is $23. Yeah. That girl. Notes on the palate. Let me go back through it again. So towards the front is where I'm getting most of the grain. I'm definitely picking up some of the rye spice there. But as it kind of fades off, it starts to turn into actually more like a rye bread, which I think is really enjoyable. There's some raisin in there too. Some red apple that I'm picking up as well. There's not necessarily some of the sweeter notes that you get from aged products, but I mean, it tastes very full. There's not a point in it where I'm going, gosh, I wish that there were more to this. It's just it's a very well balanced, well rounded bourbon. Or excuse me, rye. Gosh, it's not even a bourbon. What's wrong with me? Yeah, you're gonna have to look out for it. Casey Double Rye 75 everywhere in Nashville. That sucks. Tastes like rye bread. Interesting. Does a guy got the rye tongue dance? The tingle. Yeah, it is a little tingly. I would say that for sure. Man, that is good though. You know, Swan was saying earlier that it would it was labeled on their website as it would hold up well in cocktails. This would really hold up well in a cocktail. This seems almost ideal for for an old fashioned. Yeah, I get the spice of the black pepper and the cinnamon. Excuse me. On the front of the palate. Red apples there. I don't think I get the dill so much. Actually, maybe a little bit. No, that is pointed out to me. But I mean, this is really fabulous. Absolutely. Any barley graininess. Not really. Not like I was expecting. Honestly, the more that I'm talking and the more that I'm letting it kind of evaporate on my palate, the more that I'm picking up the sweetness of the corn, which I think is really nice. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Way to go, Old Forester. So I think I need to go through the ringer though of my use it for that and not feel guilty. I think that's fair. Maybe we'll replace Bullet Rye in an old fashioned. I think there's a good chance of it. I think there's a really good chance of that happening. Old Forester needs to do barrel proof. I agree with that. Yep. So I'm gonna give it the run through of my review system for the podcast, which is a 5-tier system of nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5, and I tally everything up for a total score out of 20. So I'm actually going to pour a little bit more because I've kind of gone through this a little bit quicker than I expected. Not a whole lot. Excuse me. It's called NyQuil. It's 1920. Fair enough. Adam, might have to take you up on that, especially when you come to Kentucky next month. So for the nose, I'd say it's really good. It's not great, but it's really good. I'd say it's probably about a 3.5. I enjoy what it has going on. Do I wish that it had a little bit more of the sweetness to it? Yeah. But that being said, it's definitely enjoyable, and it seems like it is inviting for a rye whiskey at this proof. Palate. Honestly, I think I'm going to have to go about the same on the palate. I think I'm going to go with a 3.5. Again, really good, not necessarily great. It's pushing towards this, like, could be awesome. I think that if it were a higher proof, maybe I would give it a higher, higher, what am I trying to say? Higher pointage. I don't know. I'll give her a higher score. There we go. Whew, fairy's coming out. Yeah, if it were a little bit higher proof, I would probably give it a higher score. But regardless, it's still very enjoyable. I definitely think it would hold up well in cocktails. I know that's kind of a cop-out sometimes, but I just think that it is really, really enjoyable. Finish, I'm still really picking up stuff. I'm not getting much of a hug, but still, like, I'm finding new things throughout it, and some of those are kind of green notes. There's a little bit of fruitiness in there as well, not a whole lot, but it's definitely present. I wish it were a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to give that a 3. Price though, look, there aren't a lot of rye whiskeys at this point, or at this price point rather, that have this much going on for them. I think I'm gonna have to give the price a 4. I mean, this is simply a really good. I mean, I have to echo Fred Minnick's sentiments that this is a really good for your dollar whiskey. And is it the best? I don't necessarily think so, but I look forward to putting this up against other products in a blind. So yeah, look, I think a 14. Swan was running the total there. I think that 14 out of 20 is really a pretty good score. I mean, compared to Rittenhouse or Old Overholt, better than Old Overholt. Gosh, I haven't had Rittenhouse in a while. That would be a really good episode to do, actually. So maybe. Oh, you know what? Huh. I'll keep you all posted about that one. I'll keep you posted on Patreon about that one. But that is definitely in the cards. It can be much cheaper. Yeah. I agree with that, Jason. It is definitely a value. Yeah. Here's my thing. My thing about it is that, if it were better in some more categories, or in a couple of categories, yeah, it would be a higher score. But the thing about it is, in a couple of them, I was like, it's good, but. So if it's good, but, or really good, but, then the price doesn't necessarily justify the overall quality of it. So say, I had a $20 bourbon or whiskey or rye whiskey or whatever that had a 4 on the palate or a 4 on the nose or 4.5 on the finish or whatever, that would probably warrant a 5 on price, because that is something that you can't necessarily find in that. This is complex, but I think that there are other things that you can find comparable, maybe in terms of value or quality or whatever. Is this really good? Yeah. A 14 out of 20 is really good in my book. But it's just not, it's really good. It's not great. There's a fine line for me there. But that being said, I definitely recommend this. This is awesome. It's a really, really good rye whiskey. Is Pikesville twice as good? See, again, I would have to do... Man, these are so many questions that I don't have the answer to. Adam's asking about Baby Saz. Is it better than Baby Saz? No, I think that Baby Saz... see, dang it. I think it's more complex than Baby Saz. Is it necessarily better? I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't think I have any nearby enough to compare it. I have some somewhere, but that's a conversation for another time. Yeah, seriously. I still think you guys should get it. I really do. Again, a 14 out of 20 is still a recommend in my book. I'm not as well versed in ryes as I should be, but this is super quality. It really, really is. Side by side is the only option. I do it. I agree. Yep, I totally agree. Yes, let's do Rye Night. I'll do that. So, okay, here's an idea. Next week's live stream, I will, in fact, I'll do a live rye stream. I'll do a rye stream. So there you go. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that just about does it for me. It's 10 o'clock, so I think I need to hop off here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, follow on social media at My Bourbon Pod, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's the easiest place to reach me. But you can also reach me. This is mybourbonshop@gmail.com. Love hearing from you all. Patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can really, really help me out. That helps me out so much. so much. It helps me keep this show going. It's one of the best ways that you can support me. Let's see, what else? Subscribe here on YouTube. Like, comment, share. Hit the bell notification too, so you can find out when I'm going live on Thursday nights as well. What did Adam say? How much for a Jaeger bomb? Not tonight. What else? You can still get tickets to the live show. Go to this week's episode and you will find a link to tickets for the episode. So definitely check that out. April 6th. Night before is going to be the meetup for the podcast. So if you can't necessarily make this show, you can still make the meetup on April 5th. That's going to be in Louisville. We're going to give the location away here soon. But 5-star rate and review on iTunes for sure. Tell your friends about the show. Bourbonshop.threadless.com if you would like to find some of the apparel and merch that I have available for you to check out. I will see you next week for the show and for the live stream. But